any act of hate, really the lesson should be why? Why did we do that? And how do we want to make sure that never happens again?
His face, his eyes are old sketches. His name is a headline. Leo Frank is a relic of the past that still looms over the future.
The Leo Frank lynching certainly shaped our city, it shaped our region, and it frankly reshaped the nation.
The story of Leo Frank begins 2 years earlier, in 1913, with the story of Mary Phagan. At age 10, she left school to work. At age 13, at her workplace, she was found dead.
This is a young woman who had a very hard life, and to be murdered in such a brutal way really captivated the nation.
Suspicion soon fell on Frank, the superintendent of the factory where Phagan was found. Frank's trial quickly became about more than law.
You have this southern white 13-year-old girl who is murdered at the hands of what becomes this stereotypical evil northern foreigner.
He was the ultimate New York Jew living in the South. And that brought out for a lot of anti-Semitism that laid beneath the surface in the South.
The police work was shoddy. There were just a whole host of things that would lead most scholars and lawyers to conclude that the outcome was not legitimate.
The outcome was guilty. To this day, it remains up for debate. What happened next does not.
That a mob could go into a prison, not be stopped, grab an inmate, bring them back to Atlanta.
Outside on a sunny day in Marietta, Leo Frank was killed.
People would show up, they'd bring children. No one's covering their face. No one is ashamed to be part of this. They want to be seen. These were prominent citizens of Marietta, and none of them were ever brought to justice.
He is the only Jew that's ever been lynched, and it was really the low point for the American Jewish community.
The relics become real when we see their ripples. Soon after Frank's lynching, the 2-year-old Anti-Defamation League catapults into a national force against hate. And on Stone Mountain, the Ku Klux Klan rallies and reforms, an homage to the Knights of Mary Phagan. Both the ADL and KKK exist today.
Many white supremacists still have that actually etched as a tattoo. The white supremacist movement sees Leo Frank as a win for them.
Even today?
Even today.
Today's Atlanta holds more than 100,000 Jewish residents and far fewer acts of anti-Semitism. Starting Monday, the Southern Museum in Kennesaw opens an exhibit in Leo Frank's name, mere miles from his death. The question always remains, how far have we come? But the lessons of Leo Frank still shine 100 years later.
We're just 2 months shy of 9 people in Charleston being murdered for being African Americans. There are still plenty of groups that are facing hatred and discrimination. We have to continue to fight